Okay, 06 BMW 325 Xi, all-wheel drive with navigation, and it has 68,000 miles. So I'm now inside the vehicle, and I'm going to show you the motor running. So there it is, running, no warning lights. I have my seatbelt on, so the seatbelt indicator is not lit. I'm going to show you something else. Sometimes people, let me turn this radio down and turn this air conditioning down so you can hear me. Some people turn off indicator lights in the dashboard, which is completely wrong and they shouldn't do it. I want to show you that all my stuff is there. So we're going to shut it off, pull the key out, I'm going to put the key back in, and I'm going to light up the dash with starting the car. So I don't know if you noticed there, a second before I pushed the key to the on position, you can see the airbag light lit up. You saw all our other indicators. I'll do it again so you can see. There's all our warnings. Let me pull the key out completely. Now, the reason you see that light that indicates that we have a light bulb out, we don't have any light bulbs out. The LED lights take up very little amperage, and since they don't create enough resistance, the computer thinks that the light bulb is burnt out. We replaced those factory headlights with LED headlights, and they don't produce enough resistance for the system. So there's your airbag warning light. As you can see, that works. Here's all your other warning lights. All right, we'll start it up. All of our lights are gone. And if you notice, it'll say right front parking light not working, and left front parking light not working, adaptive headlamps not working. All this goes away within the first 15 seconds of the vehicle running. There are no adaptive headlights anymore because these are aftermarket LED lights, and that's why it's picking that up. There are what they call stepper motors in the headlights that make the headlights, when you turn left, the beam will turn left. Those stepper motors are no longer there. And you can actually go to anybody that has BMW factory software. Now see, all the lights, all the warnings are gone. No more warnings. So you can actually go somewhere that has BMW factory software, like CarSoft, and they can program the adaptive headlights out, because most of these cars didn't come with adaptive headlights. Well, I'll say many of them didn't come with them. So you can program that out of the body control module, and then it won't give the warning for adaptive headlights. If you wanted to, you could also wire in like a 2 ohm resistor into the LED side of the parking lamps, and that would stop that other warning from coming up. But like I say, they're more efficient. The LED lamps are great. They don't burn out. They last forever. They're much more efficient. They look nicer. So we have LEDs. And like I say, it only warns you the first 10-15 seconds. After that, everything's clear. You don't have to clear anything. You don't have to push any buttons. You start it up. You'll see those 3 warnings that come up: left park light, right park light, and then adaptive headlights, and then it goes away on its own. So let's get to the functionality of the car. The cruise control works. The heat and air works. The air is ice cold. Radio sounds fantastic. This does have the higher grade audio system that has this speaker in the middle up there. That's the better quality audio system. I forget the name of it. I believe it's called Hi-Fi 3 or something like that. There's so many of these different radio systems. Sometimes they all start to blend together. But anyway, it does have the heated seats, the cold weather package. And it's nice. It's really nice. I'll let you hear the motor. I revved them up to 4,000 RPMs, just so you can hear. Runs fine. Now let me put them in gear. All right, we're now in drive, and we're going to go for a nice little cruise. And I've been driving it for the past, 120 miles or so. And the power locks lock on their own as soon as you start driving. All of these functions work. The radio sounds great. None of the speakers are blown. All the door handles work inside and outside. All the power locks work. Sunroof works. All the way back. All the way forward. And the sunshade's fine too. Sunshade works, closes evenly, it's not off track. All that stuff is right. Let's see, our heated seats work. Cruise control works. All 4 windows work. Let me talk about how the car drives. First of all, let me just say, all the features in here work fine. So nothing's broken, everything works. Power mirrors, all that stuff. And I've already been over it all. It takes a long time to go through it piece by piece on video, so I'm not going to do that, but I've already checked it. Let's see. I'm going to let you watch and see how it shifts. So I'm gonna make a left turn here when this light turns green, and then you'll be able to watch the RPMs and watch the speed and see how the vehicle shifts. This does have the 6-speed automatic transmission in it, which is great. It's very fuel efficient. This car, even with all-wheel drive, gets about 28 miles per gallon on the highway, and that's pretty good for an all-wheel drive car, and a pretty nice size, sedan. Let's see, what else can I talk about in here? We don't have a lot of wear around the controls. I mean, a little bit around that radio volume button. Gear shift's nice. Over here's pretty nice. Okay, here we go. So, let me get going straight. I'll pull over here, and I'll give you a nice, strong run from 0 on up. That way you can watch it shift. All right, I'm about halfway down on the fuel. Maybe a little more than halfway. Yeah, I'm about 3/4 on the fuel. Let me put that back window up. So there you see a 0 to 70 run. Runs fine. Shifts great. Never had any issues with it shifting. It's great driving. All right, so we're cruising down the road here. Going over bumps, it's quiet, doesn't rattle. I've already been over all the front end components. The only thing that was loose was the right inner tie rod end. I replaced that with a Moog inner tie rod end. Moog makes probably the best front end components in the world, in my opinion. Some of them are better than factory. Most of them are better than, most Moog products are better than the factory products for most manufacturers. And they're a little pricey. But they're great. They don't fail. They take a long time to wear out. Their tolerances are very tight. They're very well built front end components. So that was the only thing that was loose. Everything else on the front end was good. And so I replaced that. Then I took it to the alignment shop, had the front end aligned, and it drives perfectly straight. So I'm not touching the wheel at all, and there it's going down the road just like normal, just like it should. All right. So now let's see. What else do we have here? Bluetooth works. You can call anybody you want. It sounds nice and clean and clear, crisp. The stereo's crisp, like I said. Air is nice and cold. The heat's nice and hot. We don't need it on heat, but I just turned that heat wheel up there to cold. It's already 87 degrees outside, and it's pretty cool in here. I don't even have the air up on high, and I'm okay. Maybe I could find some bumps and go over them for you, but it doesn't, it has no problem going over these little bumps in the road. It's quiet and smooth. I've had my scan tool, attached to it while I've driven it before, and I've watched like the engine temperature. It runs like right at 192 degrees. That's great. It has no problem maintaining a cool temperature. There's nothing that I can see that's going to be a problem for the future. Everything seems to be right and tight and nice, and the car is going to be a good, reliable driver for someone, maybe a second car or something to keep the mileage off your newer car, or just something for fun to putt around in. It's a nice little car, and it's very comfortable. I mean, it's certainly certainly feels great. It turns, you know, fantastic. Goes around and turns real nicely. And it's got matching Bridgestones all the way around it. It's got new brakes and rotors front and rear. Oh, I put new rear shocks on this car as well. So both the rear shocks are new. The left rear one originally was a little bit soft and it would bounce a little going over bumps. And so I replaced both rear shocks. And they are Bilstein shocks. They're not cheap ones. They're decent Bilstein rear shocks. And that made the ride much better. Now it rides just like it's supposed to. And I've sold, you know, probably 30 or 40 of these, you know, E90s, and I used to sell a lot of E46s, and sold a lot of BMWs, especially 3 Series. And I know them very well. I know how they're supposed to feel. And so when I'm driving them, if I tell you the car feels right, then it does feel right. Because I'm experienced with them. So sometimes people, you know, they haven't had a particular brand of car before, so they don't know exactly how it's supposed to drive. If you had 30 or 40 of the same type of vehicle, you tend to get to know which ones are right and which ones aren't right, and how one feels when it's like brand new. And I was buying and selling these cars when they had, you know, 10, 15,000 miles on them years ago, you know, when they were 1 or 2 years old. So, you know, I've driven plenty of them that were just like new. And so I'm not comparing, you know, I'm comparing this car to a almost new car, and like I say, it drives just like it's supposed to. So all is well there, and all our features work. I'm trying to think what else here is important. I guess it's just important that you can see the car going down the road. You notice there's no warning lights on. And we're just steady cruising at 45 miles an hour, which is probably about as fast as I can go on this road without getting a ticket. I'm going to pull over here one time, just for a second, and then I'll restart it for you, just so you can see another drive cycle. And the reason is because sometimes people will clear the codes on a car, and then, you know, you drive it, and then all of a sudden it has all these codes in it, you know, the second time you drive it. I just want to show you that, you know, multiple drive cycles, the car is the same. All right, so turn it off, go back, restart. There's all our warning lights. Okay, there's going to be our lights. Left front parking light, right front parking light, malfunction. Left front parking light, malfunction. It'll go through those like twice. Adaptive headlights. There's the adaptive headlight symbol. Okay, in about 5 more seconds from now, all of it disappears. Maybe 10 seconds. But anyway, I'm back in gear. And you'll see, that'll just go away by itself, see? Yep. So, no more adaptive headlights, you know, warning. All right, now we'll go again for another drive. And that's with me just driving, you know, fairly moderately. And gets up to speed real quick and easy. Nice, gentle, and smooth. That's a nice car. It's very enjoyable. Horn works. This, you know, the skid control off. This you can turn off the skid control. You know, we'll turn it back on. No need to leave it off. I'm trying to think. You know, all the navigation stuff, all the menu. You know, you can go through the menu. It all works fine. Bluetooth's fine. I think that just about covers it. I mean, I'm gonna probably put another 50, 60 miles on it just to be sure everything is well. I usually try to put 200 miles on a car before I sell it. I think I've put about 130 miles on it, and you know, I'll try to get another 50 on there if I can. I have a lot of vehicles that I'm going to be listing in the next couple of days. And when I say a lot, I mean like 5 or 6 of them. I have to go through the same thing with each one of those. I have to drive them for a couple hundred miles. This is probably one of the cheaper ones. And so, you know, I'm going to get as many miles on it as I can. And I've had it sit and run at the shop, you know, for, 3 hours at a time. Just sat out there and just ran. And, just to check, make sure it didn't have any intermittent issues or wasn't going to do anything strange. And it didn't. Everything's fine. So I'm pretty confident in this vehicle the way it is. I don't think there's anything else we really have to do to it. And it's great. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, as always, 443-562-0434. My name is Paul. I've had the same number for 20 years. I've been doing this since 2001 on eBay, and since the late 90s before eBay. I'm pretty well versed at what I do. I understand the cars. I've been working on vehicles since I was 14 years old. Been well over 25 years now, and I'm pretty good at it. And so I'm not, saying I'm an expert necessarily in any one particular car, but I have a lot of experience in European cars: Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, Audi. I've spent many thousands of hours working on those cars, so I'm pretty decent at describing them. And I know what I'm doing for the most part. And I'm not going to say that I'm the best in the world, but I'm pretty good at it. So, anyways, that's what you got. 06 BMW 325xi all-wheel drive with navigation, 68,000 miles, and a nice, smooth, clean ride. It's really nice. So, enjoy. If you have any questions, call me, 443-562-0434. If you want a video of something in particular that I have not made a video of regarding this vehicle, give me a call and I'll shoot you a video of that particular item. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I hope you enjoy, and God bless. We couldn't have done it without God, and I appreciate Him very much. Thank you all, and have a wonderful day. Happy 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July, and enjoy.